27 pages left. I don't know what's happening.
My brain is hurting.
I'm scared. What?
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Anna and this week we're going to be reading a lot of thriller books. So if you watched my August TBR video, you would have seen I chose a lot of thrillers and I thought that was ideal to do a video reading only thrillers for the week and hopefully finishing them all. So the goal is to finish my August TBR this week, which is 5 more books, all thrillers, but I also have a few extras I want to read in case we get through all of these before the week's over. So we first have Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the second book in the Natural series and it is a YA thriller mystery with a romance subplot. It's very fun. I'm very excited about this one. Next we have The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I haven't read anything by Riley Sager. I've heard his books are really good, so I'm very excited to read this one. I also have 3 more of his books if I love this one enough. Maybe we'll read some more this week. I also have The Silent Patient. This one's a really popular thriller book. I see this a lot online. This is a lot of people's favorite book ever, so I'm very excited to read this. And then we have Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. It's from the author of Gone Girl, which is really popular. Then we also have Ward D by Frida McFadden. The prompt for that one was a book I don't own, so I picked that one since I can get the audio on Libby and I have that to listen to this week as well. Then I also have a few Kindle Unlimited books. So Amazon did like this, I don't even know what it's called, like a book series with a bunch of different authors for mystery, thriller, novellas I guess they are. And the first 2 and that is Death Row by Frida McFadden and The Ex-Wives Club by Sally Hepworth. I have quite a few of her books. I haven't read any, so I think reading this novella would be a good place to start to see what I think of her writing. I believe she's Australian, I think. Yeah. Lives in Melbourne, Australia. So I'm excited, and then maybe if we read that and love it, I could read another one this week. This is very wishful thinking because I am very busy this week, but in my mind, thriller books take like an hour to read. Not actually, but I feel like I can fly through them, so I could possibly read more than one a day, maybe. We'll see. I also have the 3rd book in the Housemaid series in case I want to finish that series. Another thriller I have is Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, who wrote The Girl on the Train. Love that one, so maybe we could read that too. And then this is a random book I found at an op shop called The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, and honestly, the blurb really got me. I also have Tender is the Flesh, which I believe is a dystopian thriller. It's a short one, so maybe that would be good to fit in this week. I really want to try read 10 books. I think that would be crazy. I don't know if I can do it, but maybe with those novellas. Okay, so it's actually Monday night. I spent all day today listening to this book while I cleaned my whole house. I'm actually almost finished it, which is great. My dinner has just arrived, so I'm gonna keep listening to it while I eat. Let's see how much is left. Oh, I'm 92% of the way through. I have 47 minutes left, but I'm listening in 1.4x, so I have a lot to say about this book. So let's finish it. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, I literally have 14 pages left in this book and I have really loved it. It is a YA mystery thriller romance. The romance to me doesn't overwhelm the story. I feel like it's mainly mystery thriller, but once again it is YA, so it's not as eerie or ominous or as like uneasy feeling as some other thrillers I read. It feels more almost cozy or comfy of a mystery thriller, but also it's still a murder mystery. Honestly, I think this one is way more realistic than the first book, and it feels more elevated and mature, but also it's still YA. So I think fans of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder would love this series. When I started listening to this morning, I was so lost. I could not remember anything about any of the characters. I remembered the plot, but I couldn't remember the characters at all. Even though I'd only read the first book like maybe 2 months ago, I was still lost, but I read a summary online and instantly remembered everything, so that was good. There is a love triangle in this series and I know that puts a lot of people off. However, the romance in this is like a subplot. It's not the main issue taking place. This isn't a romance novel. It just has a romance subplot, I would say. So yeah, I basically just listened to this while cleaning my whole house, cleaning my kitchen, doing my laundry, cleaning all the bathrooms. So I got a lot done, which was great. I also have some work I need to do on my computer. I might finish listening to this. I could read the last pages, so at least I read some of the book, or I might listen to the rest of it while doing some work, but I don't know what book to read next. As I said, I am kind of really busy this week, but it's obviously the last week in August, so I need to finish the books on my TBR. I also do have All In, which is the second book, in case I want to, you know, just jump right into that at the end. But I don't know, I think I should finish my August TBR first and then go from there. But I really need to finish this one and then maybe pick one of these to read when I go to bed. But I don't know which one to choose. I'll put up an Instagram story asking which one I should read next because I have no idea. Go follow my Instagram if you don't, please. I want to post more on Insta, but I only have like 70 followers, so please follow. This was a lot of fun. Obviously, I listened to like 8 hours of it today, so it was gripping. I was hooked in. It's basically a group of teenagers in this secret FBI program called The Naturals, and they're all really good at natural abilities like detecting lies, profiling people, reading emotions. It's very fun, but I would definitely highly recommend this for younger readers that loved A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and older readers. I think YA is for everyone. I enjoy a lot of YA books. It's sometimes easier to digest and very nostalgic. So I'm gonna get to finishing this and I'll update you guys on what book I choose next or what book Instagram chooses for me next. And tomorrow's Tuesday. I am a little busy tomorrow, but I think I'll be able to get some reading done, hopefully finish another book, and we'll be on track to finishing my TBR this week and hopefully 10 thriller books. That would be crazy. Okay, I finished Killer Instinct. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. It wasn't as shocking and crazy as The Naturals was, but I think in a good way. The Naturals kind of seemed a little unbelievable, whereas this one to me was more realistic. I think The Naturals was published in 2013 and Killer Instinct was published in 2014, but I feel like there was a big improvement between The Naturals and Killer Instinct. Also, please ignore the lack of TV on the wall. I took the TV off the wall to access an Ethernet cable and the TV is way too heavy to put back on the wall, and I also don't use that TV, so it's fine. It just looks ugly. Anyways, I'm getting very tired, but I did post on my Instagram story asking which book I should read next, and so far The Silent Patient is winning, so I think I'm gonna start The Silent Patient because I want to have a physical book to read in bed, but I'm gonna keep working and start listening to The Silent Patient. I'm kind of scared, but I'm excited. Also, I really want to take these stickers off. Okay, it's now Tuesday. I started reading The Silent Patient last night and I'm now 2/3 of the way through. I don't think I filmed too much today. I had more work to do on my computer, so I was listening to a lot of it while I did that. Hey, Obi. But I'm kind of flying through this one. I love thrillers. I love how addicting they are. Like, it's really hard to stop reading a thriller and very easy to pick up a thriller when you're reading it. So The Silent Patient, if you haven't read it, which I feel like everyone has, like I feel like this is such a popular thriller book. It's about a woman who killed her husband. Okay, thanks, Obi. Shot him in the head, and ever since she hasn't spoken. And our main character is her psychotherapist, I think it's called, and he is trying to get her to speak. And honestly, I just feel like every character in this novel is suspicious. Every single character. Everyone seems terrible. I'm suspicious of everyone and I don't even know why. I don't know what anyone did, but everyone's suspicious. But it's very good. It's definitely a gripping thriller. I'm really enjoying it, obviously, since I've read this much pretty much since last night. I read a little bit while I was waiting for an appointment earlier, but other than that, I'm kind of flying through it. And I'm now so unsure what to read next. Maybe I'll do what the second most voted book was on my Insta story. Ooh, The Silent Patient is winning by so much. 62%. Sharp Objects is second with 25%. So maybe I'll do that one next. But yeah, I'm loving this. I have no idea like where it's gonna go. I don't know if Alicia, is that her name Alicia, or in the audio it's Alicia, but I feel like that's Alicia. But anyways, I have no idea if she's gonna speak. What's she gonna say when she speaks? If she speaks? I have no idea. I'm just along for the ride. I'm confused, but it's fun. I have no idea where this is gonna go, but let's keep reading. Oh, we also get Alicia's diaries, which is really fun. So the woman who hasn't spoken, I think it's like 6 years. Yeah, 6 years since she killed her husband, and she hasn't spoken since. But we're getting her diaries slowly weaved in through the story leading up to the event. It's reminding me of Verity in that sense, if you've read that. Very fun. We're currently reading one of Alicia's diary entries. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm at page 238 and I've just had a crazy theory about what's going on in this book. And I'm curious to see if I'm right. I will update you guys. I don't want to say what it is because that's spoilers, but I feel like I could be right. I feel like I know what's going on. Let's see. Part 4! Oh my goodness. It's about to get crazy. I already know. Okay, first reveal, I did not see that coming. What is going on in this book? Why is everyone so suspicious? Like, everyone is so suspicious. I don't know what the outcome of this book is gonna be, but I'm scared. I know something's coming. I have maybe a quarter left? 90 pages left. Wish me luck. I've figured it out. I've figured it out. I'm positive. I'm positive what I was thinking earlier is correct, and I'm positive of why I'm correct. Wait, this is crazy. Wait, this is crazy. Is it? No, I don't think it can be. Wait, I don't know. Also, look at Nini. Smush. I don't know. I could be so wrong, but I feel like I'm right. I feel like there's about to be a crazy reveal. Never mind. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm on page 272. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm so confused. What is going on? I'm so confused. No, why is everyone so sus? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. I think I was very wrong. I'm being gaslit. I'm being gaslit. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Chapter 17. What's going on? What is going on? What's going on? "27 pages left. I don't know what's happening. Everyone is very suspicious still." I knew it. 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 I knew it, but I'm still so confused. I was right. No, I was right. I was right. I was right. Okay, I was right. My initial theory was correct. I thought I was wrong, but I was not. I have 2 chapters left, and I'm still so confused. Reading the last page. Okay, so I finished The Silent Patient. This was really, really good. I see why this is so many people's favorite thriller read. I'm just kind of sad that I figured out the major plot twist before it happened. I think that would have been crazier than The Housemaid was for me, but I figured it out. But it was still so good. I don't know how to feel about any of the characters. It kind of gave me Verity vibes. And also Whisper by Lynette Noni. If you haven't read that, it's a young adult dystopian novel. but the main character hasn't spoken in like years, I think. Is it years? Very different vibe, obviously, but that one thing stuck out to me as being similar. But actually, apart from that, it's completely different. I think this would have been 5 stars if I hadn't guessed the plot twist, but also maybe not, because I wasn't obsessed with the ending. I feel like I still had questions about a lot of characters and just a lot, honestly, but I guess thrillers normally leave you feeling very confused and just shocked, but it was really good. I really want to read more from this author because I really liked his writing. Obviously, I read it in a day, so it kept me engaged, which is what you want from a thriller. So anyways, we have read Killer Instinct and now The Silent Patient. 2 books down. Now, where to go from here? I have Sharp Objects, The House Across the Lake, and I've got my Kindle here. Does anyone, by the way, know how to change that background on Kindle? I don't know how to change it. I don't know if that's a thing you can do. But anyways, we have Death Row by Frida McFadden and The Ex-Wives Club. I also wonder if there's any other thriller books on Kindle Unlimited that I could read. I do not know how to use my Kindle, I'm not gonna lie. I bought this before I went traveling last year because I have a Kobo, but it's kind of big. I think I read the first Zodiac Academy book on it. Haven't read anything since. And I just noticed earlier that I have Kindle Unlimited and I have had for months and I haven't been utilizing it. So I need to utilize it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to use this thing. But I do first want to get through my August TBR, so I'm gonna read one of these or start listening to Ward D. No, I think I'm gonna start reading one of these. I feel like reading a physical book, but I don't know which one to start with. It's so crazy reading only thrillers. Like, it feels so weird because I don't normally read multiple thrillers in a row. It's pretty intense. Oh yeah, I'll see what the second most voted on my Instagram story was. The second most popular one was Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, but I kind of feel like starting The House Across the Lake. But I don't know, I might start this one. I might start one of them and see how I go, and if I'm not getting into it, I'll read the other one. I don't know, we'll see. But so far, so good. I rated both of those books 4 stars. Is that right? I also finished We'll Always Have Summer last night, the 3rd book in the Summer I Turned Pretty series. I couldn't sleep really late last night and I didn't want to listen to a thriller to fall asleep, so I listened to that and I ended up listening to the whole book without falling asleep, so that was fun, but it was crazy finally getting to a part that the show hasn't got to yet, and now I know what happens and I'm excited to see how the show does it. It's now Wednesday. I started reading The House Across the Lake last night. Honestly, I didn't read a lot last night, but I've been listening to the audio of it this morning. I had 1 hour left of Spotify hours, but I think they let you finish the chapter, and for some reason in this book, there literally aren't chapters. There's like now and before, and I was listening to one of the before chapters, and it was literally 2.5 hours. I only had an hour of my free Spotify audiobook hours left, and I got 2.5 hours out of it, so that was pretty funny. But anyways, so they just ran out, so I'm gonna read a bit more physically now. This is how far through I am. I think I'm almost up to page 100. It's really, really interesting. So interesting? Surely I can think of a better word. Synonym. Let's see. Absorbing. It's very absorbing. Engaging, captivating, spellbinding. It's very spellbinding so far. Gripping, enthralling. It's unputdownable. Oh my gosh, that's literally what Alex Michaelides said, who is the author of The Silent Patient, which we literally just read. So far we've got, what's even her name? Cassie? Casey. So far we have Casey Fletcher, who is daughter of a super famous Broadway actress, and she's also an actress herself. But she's recently lost her husband who drowned in Lake Green, which is where they have a house on a lake, and obviously this is about the house across the lake, which is where famous ex-supermodel Catherine Royce and her husband Tom live. And the book literally starts with Casey seeing someone drowning out on the lake, so 18 months after her husband drowned in the lake. But let's keep reading. I really like the writing so far. I'm excited. If anyone knows where to get good matcha in Australia, please let me know. I've just been using these sachets, but I don't like that they're in sachets. It feels very wasteful. Let's try the matcha. Oh, so sweet. I think I put too much maple syrup. I literally could not put the book down while I was making my matcha. But my fiance told me he hasn't used his Spotify hours this month, so I can use them. So next time I need to do something, I'm gonna listen to the audio instead of walking around reading a book. There's a character called Boone in this book. Every time I read that name, Moonbeam Ice Cream by Benson Boone plays in my head. It's really annoying me that there aren't chapter numbers on the chapters in this book. It makes swapping between audio and the physical book very difficult to find where I'm up to. But I am really enjoying this book so far. I'm once again suspicious of everyone, but I feel like I keep making really outlandish theories in my mind, and I really don't want to because I don't want to spoil it for myself again. I'm gonna try just follow the story, think where the story wants me to think, so that the plot twist really gets me, hopefully, because that's fun. But it is fun trying to figure it out. I think like halfway, maybe a little over halfway now. It's crazy how fast you can fly through thriller books. They are just so difficult to put down, I swear. I love books like this. I feel like every book this week is just gonna be so good. Thrillers, they're a real treat. No. I've just realized something. And now I think I know what the plot twist is gonna be. But I really hope I'm wrong. I had to double check that a name wasn't mentioned somewhere. And I went back and it wasn't. And so I think my theory's correct. This is so hard to explain without spoiling. But I guess I'll update you guys if I'm correct on my assumptions. Hopefully not. Hopefully I still get shocked. I am really enjoying reading this though. It is very fun. This would be such a good movie. There's a lot of spying into a big house with lots of glass windows, and I just think a lot of the shots would be so good in a movie. I think I'm right. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Ah! I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. What? Oh my gosh. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Okay, please, please book, please be gaslighting me. Please be gaslighting me. What? What? I'm so confused. Okay, I changed my mind. I have a new suspect. My brain keeps going to the most absurd theories and I can't stop it. Anyways, I'm how far through? 2/3 through, maybe? And I am glued to this book. I can't put it down. I just want to keep reading. Wait, what? What is going on? What is going on? What the heck is going on? I'm not gonna lie, my brain is hurting and I don't know what to think about this. Wasn't expecting it. Not sure if I'm loving it. What the heck? What is going on? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this book is stressing me out a little bit. It's getting a little paranormal, which I wasn't expecting. And personally, I don't love that. I think I read most of this book physically, but I'm gonna start listening to it again, because honestly, I just want it to be over. Okay, it's now Thursday? It's now Thursday. I finished The House Across the Lake yesterday, and I just wish it hadn't gone the route it did. I don't know if it's spoilers to say, but it goes paranormal, I guess, and I just feel like when you've read this much of a book and you're not expecting it to go that way and then it goes that way, I just feel very misled. I feel bamboozled. I feel deceived. And I really, really enjoyed this book. And I feel like they still could have done it well without going that route, if that makes sense. It's like you think you're reading one thing, and then all of a sudden it's something completely different. And then it just made me feel very uneasy. I didn't love it, which sucks because I really, really did like it up until that point. And even the ending I liked. I just think he could have done this without dipping into that genre. I don't know how much to say about it without spoiling it, but it really put me off. I wanted to DNF it so bad. It was like this much left and I was like, I don't even want to finish it, but what would be the point in that? So I finished it, so I don't really know what to think about this. It was definitely giving like 4.5 star vibes until that point, and then it was like, okay, 2 stars. So I don't know. And then after I finished it, I just felt I did not want to pick up another thriller book. I just felt like I wanted to read the complete opposite of a thriller. I was so out of the thriller vibe, honestly. It put me in a bit of a slump, but obviously I need to finish my August TBR this week, and there's 2 more thriller books on my August TBR, so I can't be in a slump at the moment. I did end up watching The Summer I Turned Pretty last night, episode 8. Honestly, it was like the perfect vibe for getting me out of how this made me feel, and it was crazy. There was so much going on there, and honestly, perfect reset. We've read 3 thriller books in 3 days, so I'm very proud of that. We now have Sharp Objects and Ward D still on our August TBR. However, I decided this morning to pick up Death Row by Frida McFadden on my Kindle, and I started reading that. It's very... Frida's writing, it's just, I think I said this in a previous video or something, but it just feels like parody of thriller. Like, it's so silly, but also like suspenseful and a mystery, and you really don't know what's going on, but they do feel silly almost. Also, I didn't realize on Kindle Unlimited, I don't know if it's all books, but you get the Audible version of it for free with the Kindle Unlimited. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's just for these because it's an Amazon original. Maybe that's why. I'm 60% of the way through that, so I'm probably going to read that a little bit today. Also probably going to have quite a busy day, so I'll probably finish this throughout the day and then maybe start this one or Ward D tonight. We'll see. But anyways, I need to get on with my day. I'm going to just try pick up this book when I can. And so far we've got, I don't even know, I never know main characters' names. We've got Talia Kemper, who is on death row for the murder of her husband, and she's due to be executed in 2 weeks, except she didn't kill her husband. And so far, it's honestly been pretty interesting. It is kind of silly. I kind of hate the main character, which I almost always feel like I do in Frida McFadden books. It's just the way she writes her characters, I think. She writes her main characters in a way that they're kind of hard to like. I'm basically using this as a buffer or a palette cleanser because The House Across the Lake really put me off. I was not excited to pick up Sharp Objects or start Ward D, but I feel like since this is a novella, it's really short. I'm already 60% through. It's not as daunting, and hopefully it gets me back in the mood for thrillers. So we can finish the TBR, hopefully. Okay, I know where this is going. Okay, I'm back home. I've had a busy day. I did end up finishing Death Row by Frida McFadden. It was really short and kind of silly, but funny as well. I think I've read 2 other novellas by Frida McFadden and they're sort of similar. They're just sort of, honestly, I'd call it like comedy thriller. Barely even thriller. It's like comedy, I don't even know. But it was funny. It was kind of crazy and ridiculous, but it was Frida McFadden. And then I started The Ex-Wives Club by Sally Hepworth, which is the second book in like the Amazon original series. It's called Alibis Collection. Frida McFadden's one was the first, and now Sally Hepworth's one is the second. So I'm gonna read that as well. And while we were out today, I stopped at quite a few op shops because I was in a new area and I wanted to see what the op shops there were like. And I ended up finding so many thriller books. Also, a book I recently bought for like $25 that I've been searching for at op shops, could never find, and then found it today at an op shop for $1.50. So I was really annoyed about that. But I ended up getting The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I feel like I've heard a lot about this, and it was in Reese's book club. I picked this up for $3. I felt like it was a good idea to buy a thriller book while doing this video. So I don't know, maybe we'll read it this week, who knows? I didn't even read the blurb. I was kind of in a hurry, so I just found it and grabbed it, and it was in great condition. 13 guests, 1 body. One guest won't leave this wedding alive. A very modern Agatha Christie, secrets and lies at every turn. I didn't buy any other books, so that's my small little haul for today. I also found that Ward D is on Kindle Unlimited, so I can get that, and if I want to read it and not listen to it, I can read it on here as well, because this is on my TBR for August. The prompt for it was a book I don't own, so I don't know if I'm going to read Ward D or Sharp Objects first, but I have the rest of today and 3 more days to finish those 2 books, so hopefully we can do that. But we are up to 4 books in 4 days, because we did finish Death Row today, which it is a novella, but it counts. Okay, it's much later. I don't even remember what I last recorded. When did I last record? I actually don't know. I remember I recorded literally in this spot. However, it is now 9:31 p.m. I think it was like 3 p.m. when I last recorded, and I haven't done a lot of reading. I started Ward D. I'm 23% of the way through. I think I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm not really loving it. I think I just don't like Frida's main characters. Like, I think the characters are just kind of annoying, and it's first person, so you get all their inner monologue, and they're just kind of annoying. The one in the novella was, this one kind of is, but I'm also still enjoying it and I'm intrigued. I'm very curious what's going on, what's happened with these characters. So basically, Ward D, we have Amy, I think her name is, and she's a med student and she has to do an overnight at Ward D, which is the psychiatric ward, and she's like completely terrified to do it because her best friend spent time in this ward, and we don't really know why yet, but she really doesn't want to do this overnight shift, but she has to. And also, she didn't know until she got to her shift that her ex-boyfriend is on this overnight shift with her, and he's just broken up with her, and she's pretty mad about it. So that's where we're at so far with this one. I'm looking at a review. I shouldn't be reading reviews before I finish the book, but this is exactly how I think. The main character was extremely unlikable, and I kept rolling my eyes when reading what she thought and did. The mental illness representation in this book is garbage. I agree. It's kind of making me feel a little uncomfortable, but I am still intrigued about the story and the plot and what's gonna happen. But yeah, Frida always makes her main characters bad people. Pretty much. I don't know who to root for. I don't want to root for anyone. But anyways, I'm actually about to record another video, which is going up before this one, so I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll get back to reading if I get more time tonight. Hello, it is now Friday night, almost 9 p.m. I finished Ward D by Frida McFadden earlier tonight, and honestly, I don't know what to think. I don't know if I'm just really over thrillers at this point. I feel like this week started so good with the first 2 books. I really liked these, and The House Across the Lake, majority of it was so good, and then it went downhill. I just felt kind of icky after reading it, even though nothing about it was queasy or anything, but it just... not even uneasy. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know. Then Death Row by Frida McFadden, didn't love. And then I jumped straight into Ward D. And I just think maybe I'm not loving Frida McFadden's writing anymore. I don't know. It just felt so
ridiculous, like so silly and goofy, but then it's like all these really serious topics and it's obviously thriller. It just didn't feel, I don't know. As I've said before, Frida's thrillers, they feel like parody of thriller. And this one definitely fit that narrative. And also, it was kind of predictable to me. I didn't feel shocked at the plot twist, which I normally am, I feel like, with Frida books. And actually, I was going to say most thriller books, but all this week I've been complaining that I've been guessing the plot twist before. I just found myself hating that whole book. I didn't like the ending. And I feel like so many people love Ward D by Frida McFadden. I feel like I've heard a lot of really good things. I hated the main character's inner thoughts. I found her really annoying. I found the writing really annoying. I don't know if I'm just over thrillers. Maybe this was a bad idea doing so many thrillers in a week, because I've just been feeling not on edge, but just haven't been feeling myself this week. I don't really want to read another thriller, but I still have Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn to finish off my August TBR, which I really want to do. Since I didn't finish my July TBR, I want to make sure I finish my August one. Honestly, all I want to do is read the next book in this series, because something about this book was just way more cozy than the rest of the thrillers I've read. I normally love thrillers. Maybe doing a whole week of only thrillers wasn't the best idea. Normally I read thrillers in between like a fantasy book or a romance book if I'm feeling a little bit of a book slump after, because they always pull me out of book slumps. But I'm feeling this week's gonna put me into a book slump. Now to start Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, let's finish my TBR. I still have tonight and 2 days left to finish my August TBR and read as many thriller books as possible this week. I don't know if I'm gonna want to do another thriller reading week. However, comment below your favorite thrillers, because honestly I probably will do it again. It is Friday, so I was planning to upload a video tonight, but the video I've been working on, I keep recording every night and I get so sleepy every time I go to record. It's really annoying. So I think I'm just gonna edit the footage I have so far and record when I'm not so sleepy. I've been trying to record a video going through my entire physical TBR and doing a big unhaul as well, but that video has been taking me forever to film. I started filming it like 2 weeks ago now, and then I got sick, and then I got distracted with other videos, and now I tried filming more last night and I was just so tired I had to stop, and I literally fell asleep in bed with my clothes on, and now I'm tired again tonight, so I don't think I'm gonna be getting that uploaded tonight, but hopefully at some point before this video goes up. But I'm probably just going to do some editing tonight and start Sharp Objects. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. What's going on? Okay, it's now Sunday. I don't think I recorded at all yesterday. I was really busy with my toddler all day. I think I read a little bit of Sharp Objects yesterday, but I also recorded another video for my channel, so I didn't read too much. Also, this book, out of all the thrillers I've read this week, is the most uncomfortable. Like, it's making me feel a little uneasy. It's the most, like, icky, I guess. I woke up literally like 10 times in the night, panicking, thinking there was a murderer in my room. So that wasn't fun. I'm honestly excited to be finished with this thriller week. It's clearly stressing me out too much. I don't even know if I've spoken about this book yet, but basically we have our main character, Camille? I think her name's Camille. Yes, we have our main character, Camille. She is a reporter, and her boss sent her to her hometown to investigate the murders of some little girls. So she goes back home and stays with her family, who is really messed up, very odd, and honestly the whole book, honestly it's quite unsettling to read about what goes on in this town and these young girls' lives. So please make sure to look up trigger warnings before reading this one. But also it's just really odd. Like, I think the main character is maybe in her 30s and she's currently doing drugs with her 13-year-old sister at a teenage house party. So it's a little odd. There's a lot of sensitive material and topics in this one so far. I have a good idea where it's going, or where the story's trying to make me think it's going, and I don't know what the twist is gonna be. I don't know. This family needs a lot of therapy. That's for sure. But yeah, basically the whole story is her interviewing everyone in the town and working together with the investigator of these murders
to try figure out what's going on. It's a pretty slow story. I'm this far in and literally it feels like nothing has happened. I feel like it's going to have to ramp up pretty crazy in this last 100 pages maybe. I do love a murder mystery and I am curious about watching the series as well to see how different it is from the book. But I don't know, I'm curious to see where it goes. Kind of scared, to be honest. But this is the last book on our August TBR and it's Sunday. I've only got this much left. I'm definitely going to finish it and maybe I can even sneak in another thriller before the end of today. We'll see though. I think I can do it. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I have less than 40 pages. Okay, I'm so confused. I have 30 pages left and still nothing's happening. I really don't like it. I don't like the main character. I don't like anything. I'm still intrigued where the story's gonna go, but I'm just pretty grossed out. Like, it's not eerie. Normally my heart's kind of racing reading a thriller. It's just sort of making me feel sick. Like the details and things, but it's not heart racing or anything like that. I don't know. It's very bizarre. I don't know what these last 30 pages are going to deliver, but I guess we'll see. I finished Sharp Objects. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't love it. I think I'm gonna give this one 2 stars. Honestly, really didn't enjoy it. The ending was so rushed. I also wasn't shocked or surprised by the ending. There was a small twist, but that one was still really obvious to me. I was not surprised. And the whole story was just kind of yuck. I think the writing was good. I just don't know. It's not my favorite. There was just a lot, like too much info on things that didn't feel important and didn't end up being important. Just didn't love it. Didn't love it. So we've read all of these books, plus Ward D and Death Row. It's crazy. These were all like my most highly anticipated thriller reads, and I feel like I've hated most of them. But anyways, it's still Sunday. I think I'm gonna try read The Ex-Wives Club by Sally Hepworth, because if I finish this, that will make it 7 thriller reads in 7 days, which that'll be cool. For me at least. I'm a pretty slow reader, and I've honestly had a really busy week. I have no idea how many pages there even are in this book. I don't really know how to use Kindle. I'm pretty new to it, but there are 21 chapters in this book. So hopefully I can finish it today. Okay, it's now much later. I did end up finishing The Ex-Wives Club by Sally Hepworth. Obviously it was a short read, but I actually really enjoyed it. And I'm now excited to read the books of hers that I own. That one honestly felt more like a comedy, mystery, crime, rather than a thriller. It wasn't very thrilling, but it was fun. It was nice to have sort of a gateway into Sally Hepworth's writing. I think if you've got Kindle Unlimited, those Amazon original stories that are on there for free are a good gateway into a lot of authors. I know Ellie Hazelwood and Christina Lauren did like Christmas ones, or maybe it was Valentine's Day. That's how I found that I really enjoyed Christina Lauren's writing. Anyways, that means we finished 7 thriller books this week, including Ward D and the 2 from Kindle Unlimited. Had I not been so busy this week, I definitely could have read more, but I'm really proud of that, and honestly I'm looking forward to a break from thriller books. But let me know if you want to see me do this again and recommend me any thriller books you want to see me read. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!